Welcome to the Trick Shift Garage. In this video, I'm going to show you real quick how to drain and fill your coolant for our 2015 Chevrolet Silverado. This works from all 2014 to 2019 Silverados with the 5.3 liter, the 6.2 liter. I think it also does with the 4.3 V6. I think it's all the same radiator, same area. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to go down here beside the passenger side of the truck, and you want to remove your wheel from this side, because what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to take this splash shield off, which will give us access over here to where the drain valve is on the radiator. All right, so we got a Torx T15 bit here. Okay, that's what all these screws are going to be around the splash shield. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take them all off. This one over here. I think this thing's coming out. There we go. All right, I'll put that aside. Okay, so here's the wheel well opening now. I got a good shot at the engine. But I'm gonna show you where the drain valve is now. So if you go, follow me this way, you'll see right there, okay, is the drain valve for the radiator. For my drain, I have this handy dandy food container. Okay, it's actually considered a food container, but I like how it has the measurements of how much fluid I end up draining out. Now if this fills up, this goes like a 12 quart. They have different sizes online. I'll leave a link down in the description. But if this fills up, I got a 5-gallon bucket in reserve ready to go. All right, so next step all I gotta do is reach in there and then turn the valve, and then it should drain out. I just use a little screwdriver here, and it needs a little motivation. I don't know if this is really the best method, but just a little tap there. I think I've jarred it loose enough. Now make sure your engine's fully cooled before you open this up. You want to be careful, steam, pressure, stuff like that. Mine's cooled off, so it should be fine. Okay. Oh, there was a little bit. All right, I'll take that and just put it aside there. Looks good in there. All right, so you want to take that off again just to help it drain faster, because this drain is not going to be very quick. All right, we've got our drain pan lined up underneath, so we should be ready to go. Turning it now. You can see how it's getting pretty loose now. Okay, there we go. All right, it's draining down here, and it's splashing a bit, but that's okay. Okay, we'll let this drain and then come back when it's done. It's still dripping, but for all intents and purposes, it's done. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten back the drain valve. Yep, all right. Drain valve is securely back on, so now we can begin the refilling procedure. All right, so here we have the final tally, and we're just about a little over 4 quarts, maybe like a little under 4.5 quarts lost. So maybe a total of 5 quarts. I don't know. That's why I like using this, because it kind of gives me a rough estimate. So I got a gallon. I bought 2 gallons of Dexcool pre-diluted coolant, so I should have enough to fill it back up. But yeah, let's go ahead and put the new coolant in. All right, go ahead and put our funnel on. It's all poured in there. You just want to make sure you don't fill it up to that line here. That's your max cool line. Okay, so I filled it up just about an inch underneath that line. So we should be good there. Cap back on. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the truck on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let the engine idle, okay, for a few minutes, and then just every so often we're going to raise the RPMs up between 2,000 and 2,500 RPMs. So, you also want to make sure that you have your heat cranked all the way up to high, okay, and then you want to turn your fan all the way up to max. Okay, so let's go ahead, we'll start revving it up. So if the heat is blowing nice and hot, that's a good indication that all the air is purged out of the system. When that thermostat finally opens, this upper radiator hose should become hot. Not yet. Alright, so I had to go back in the truck and rev it again. Now, I'm going to put my hand here. I can feel this hose is very hot now. That tells you that the thermostat finally opened up. Alright, so go ahead and we'll turn the engine off. At this point, we just let it cool off, okay? And then we'll check the coolant level in the surge tank and see if we need to top that off any. Coolant level looks, it went down a little bit, so I definitely have to top it off some more. Drain valve is closed, there's no more dripping. Okay, we're good there. So when you're opening a tank that's not cold, always use some rags, towels, old shirt, whatever you got. Put it over the cap first, okay? Because you want to open it very slowly. Crack it loose. As you turn it, you'll start hearing some hissing noises. Very faint hissing that did that time. So that wasn't too bad. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and top this off. Our cap back on. Okay. Once it's all tight, we're good to go. All right, that's it for the coolant drain and refill. Ended up only using about a gallon of coolant. My coolant was actually in pretty good shape, all things considered. I'll try to do another coolant drain and fill if I really want to like do a thorough job. But a flush, I mean, that's probably the best way to go. But this is also pretty good too. What might be different is just how much coolant you end up draining on the V6 compared to the V8s. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like our work, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell for more Trick Shift Garage videos. And we'll see you on the next one.